with Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. Today we have another box breaking for you. This is the Myth Expansion Shores of Kanis from MegaCon Games. And it should be no surprise what's inside this box. It's been kickstarted, but this might be the first time you're getting to see the finished product, or maybe you're new to Myth. To play this game, you're going to need the basic rules at the very least, which I believe are still a free PDF download from MegaCon Games. I'm not entirely certain if that's true or not anymore, but that's where I believe it's at. And besides, if you are new to the game and you want to play, you probably want to get more tiles, because, well, they're cool. They're just really good tool for. I mean, you need them for Myth, but they're also a lot of fun for other games. So you have the punch out card, which we'll zoom in on real quick, which I'm going to use the non-glossy side because it's going to show up better in the light. You have all the different characters, all your different special punch outs for the storyline and things that they introduce in the expansion. Of course, you get the tiles. This tile looks like a very wet area, or maybe that's magical clouds, but I'm going to go with water. But this is desert. And you get the other tile for the desert and for looks like a throne room. And then you have your small tiles, usually adjoining tiles. You got a river here, boat. Part of, I'm going to call it an island for now because I don't know what it attaches to, which, look at that. Probably attaches there, or pretty much however you want to make these things work is what happens. And then you get the part of the throne room again. Reflecting pool and throne. I'm calling it a throne room. It could be a meeting room. It could be whatever you want to call it, really. In the storyline, it probably has something that they named. And then the last tile. And of course you get the storybook, the expanded rules, get all the cards, which is where we're going to spend probably most of our time. We're gonna really fly through the cards though, because I want to get to the minis and spend. That's my favorite part, is the minis. So that's really why I buy into Myth. I use the minis for just about everything. Play Myth a little bit less than I use the minis. I get a lot of use out of the miniatures. So you've got a replica rapier, improved shiv. And these are all the equipment cards for the game. A flintlock pistol, the chakram, claws, halberd, bladed gauntlet, retribution, Mastema's Melody, Siege Breaker, Astral Flare, which it ignores air, earth, and ice damage. Pretty nice to have. Time Warden's Staff. Unstable Arc Blade. Deal 2 arcane damage to target. Very cool. Twilight's End. Moxie. +1 to non-combat actions. +1 d10. Changing Tide, Dread Accord, Masters, Misdeed. Interesting. For those of you that are sci-fi fans, what does that remind you of? Sweet. Now we get to fly through some of these cards. Oh no. I just had some bases attack me. So we have a Burst of Seed, Eviscerate, Slaughterer's Path, Submission, Slow Blade, Enemies All Around, Calm Before the Storm. And these are all the, like, your action cards, spells, that you play during the game that I guess this is how you command your model to move through the table, or the tiles. That's the best way to say it. So, if you don't know how to play the game, the symbols won't mean much to you until you've played once or twice. But they all determine the cost, more or less. Oh, it's on. And like I said, we're not going to read a lot of these. This is just so you guys get an idea. The cards tend to be, if I take the time to read every card, we could be here an hour. This is to give you, I pause on some of them so you can pause the video and read them as much as you want. But Swashbuckler. This is like an upgrade card in some cases. It's not. I don't think it's an upgrade card in this one, but the Swashbuckler uses interrupt cards to increase his overall effectiveness, and uniquely, Swashbuckler has half the deck has interrupt cards in addition. Wow, that's a lot. Hero's deck has multiple cards which allow Rush to be performed. Oh, that's good. It's not there. We'll grab a Rush card in a little bit. And then this increases the AP by 1, and the AP is the cost of the card. It grants the hero 1 attack for 1 damage, using the dice pool from a secondary item. Very cool. And the Swashbuckler also has an item with dual wield, keyword equipped in his secondary slot, and an interrupt. Or if and an interrupt card in his hand, the Swashbuckler may perform a rush attack. Whoa, that's pretty good. I don't know if it's broken, but it's pretty good. The bigger they are, attack. Damage to ranged weapon, attack critical weapon, attack one target within range. Very cool. I got this. Like my odds. This is fun. Yay! 1 against many. That's got to be a fun card. You fool. Inconceivable. Gotta read Inconceivable. Play this card immediately after you miss with an attack action. You may reroll the attack action with an additional 2d10. That's really cool. Tumble. Walking Among Thorns. Or Walk Among Thorns. Burst of Speed. Hustle. Gonna wing it. It's a ham bone in his hand. Ranger. Here. Class changes. This is what I thought I saw with the Swashbuckler. Once the archer upgrades to Ranger, class gains an ally that may be summoned and kept in play. Ally must be augmented by playing command cards. Ally by exchanging the Riftstalker ongoing card into the hero deck. The Ranger gains the use of the ally which they control. The Riftstalker activates during the refresh phase like allies. In command, hero cards with the keyword command grant abilities to your Riftstalker. Pretty cool. Weaver. I've never actually played the Weaver. So. And Warrior. Those are the ones that have class changes. And in here we're probably going to find some darkness cards. The character cards here. Just going to fly through these. Oh, and of course the enemy cards. So here's Okus, the Okian. They're an Okian. And here's Anokus. That's the captain, and that's a Luki. And that's probably the big bad dude. That's the that's boss, and this is commander. Now here's the different darkness cards. Like I said, we're not going to read all these. They all have different effects on the game. Here's the different quest cards, and the quests are basically what you do when you flip a quest card, and it gives you your objective or your storytelling portion of the game that you have to solve. Why is that not focusing? There we go. And then we have more of the action cards. I like that picture. That might be my favorite picture of the set so far. Well, that's pretty cool, though. Going with the beginning, single thread, first element. Oh, Riftstalker! It's one of the pets, or companions. Circling prey, hip shot, set snare, wounded to the end, call of the master, eyes of the outworld, perfect shot, and quick load. Now my favorite part. The minis. So we start with the new character, who is the Swashbuckler. Let's see if I can't get closer. Swashbuckler is, there we go, pretty cool looking guy. Not an exorbitant amount of detail. Wow. Not over detailed. I haven't had enough coffee today. In fact, I should stop and get coffee right now. If you're a new painter, the myth models are great for teaching yourself and pushing yourself into new skill sets. So we'll start with the boss, the bad boss of these Chihuahua people. When I first saw them online, I thought they were going to be more rat-like or cat-like because of the kind of Egyptian theme, but that's definitely a Chihuahua. And we have a I'm not gonna. It's interesting. It Medusa-esque influenced model, but the snake-like body goes into a fishtail. Move these out of the way. Another, this is either the captain or the commander. I don't remember, I don't have the card handy, so. I love the swords. Bent over, looking down on the swashbuckler. To look him in the eyes. It's pretty cool. Number 2. And the third. They always come in, those guys always come in threes. We have, this is probably the commander. He's a little bit more detailed. There's a little bit more work if you want to step up to paint him. But if you look at all the Chihuahuas, the bad to the bone Chihuahuas, there should be about 3 poses to the Chihuahuas. Or 2. But they're a great place to start painting. There's a little bit more detail here. They're small and they're already based, so that makes them a little bit more difficult to paint maybe for some people. Some people like to paint on the sprue. I don't. So, inside the shores of Kanis, you get the tiles. The tokens. The rules, the item cards and treasure cards. All the beastie cards, character cards, action cards. And I'm not even sure, I don't know how many minis this is. It's probably around 35 to 40 minis. It might, I'm sure it's in the contents list here. $27 miniatures. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been a box breaking with Matt Lemke from Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com, on the shores of Kanis from MegaCon Games for Myth. For those of you that are my loyal fans and listeners, I'll be doing my Kickstarter soon, I hope. I'm in the process of designing a game for my backers so that I have something small. Not anything, you know, as large as Myth. That's well beyond my capability. But anyway, I appreciate it. That's what the delay has been. Some of you have been asking when I'm going to launch it. But I need to do a little bit more research and get my prices in line before I can launch my Kickstarter. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.